go to the Lord in prayer. Oh, Heavenly Father, thank you so much. Thank you for this day. Thank you for this station. Thank you for everybody who's tuned in right now. We just ask for your guidance. Just put your hand on this show. Take it where you want it to go. May everything we do and say glorify you. May we put you first in everything. We love you. We praise you. We need you. In the mighty name of Jesus, amen. All right. First time guest on WSGI. Super, super excited. We have Howard Decker here, and he does George Strait tribute shows, and I heard he was fantastic. Mrs. Lassiter was telling me all about you. So welcome to WSGI.
Thank you. It's wonderful to be here.
Oh, listen to that voice. I can tell already. This is going to be awesome. All right. So he is right here in town, but he does shows all over, I understand.
That's correct. We travel the country.
And so how long have you been doing that?
We just had our first full year out on the road.
Oh, okay.
I'd played professionally for about 25 years, and we were at a wedding, and my wife said, I think that's Jason Aldean. And I said, that's look-alike that our friend plays drums for. And I met Greg West, the ultimate Aldean, and he said, why aren't you doing him? You look just like him. I told him I'd always done my own thing, and he said, well, if you're ever interested, and here's this, here's what I made last year, and a little light bulb went off, you know. And I also realized that at my age, no matter how well I sang, Nashville wasn't going to give me a deal. And even though I'd played professionally for 25 years, I could go be George and do what I love and pay tribute to the king and have a good time.
Awesome. Very cool. So isn't it just funny how things work out like that?
You know, we all got to find our niche in life. And so we just had our first full year out on the road for preparing for this year's tour.
Wow. So how many shows have you think you've done now approximately?
George shows probably 15.
Okay.
And we already have 9 on the book so far for this year.
Oh, wow.
Adding shows. We closed one yesterday. We closed one the day before, closed 4 the week before that.
Nice.
So it's, George's not playing a whole lot. He's doing 7 shows. And that's his now yearly quota. But for years, one of my close friends is his late drummer's wife, and she said for years they only did 15 shows a year. A lot of people don't know that and stuff, but wow. He wants to ride his horse and be granddad and
understandable.
Go do a show occasionally.
All right,
and he's doing okay.
All right, yeah. All right, and we're gonna have to have you a little bit closer to the mic. There we go. Okay, and so I hear that you do have a show that's not too far from us, just up the state, right?
Right, we have a couple shows coming up. The only 2 shows we have close this year, we're in Benton, Kentucky, March 1st at the world-famous Kentucky Opry. So you can go to KentuckyOpry.com and get your tickets there. And if you live on the other side of I-40, if you head up to Crossville, we'll be at the Palace Theater there March the 29th.
Okay.
And then we're out on the road after that. I don't know if we played 2 shows in town last year, so I don't know if we'll play in town again this year.
Okay.
And stuff.
Interesting.
Give them a little, don't want to overplay.
Right. Well, that's excellent. Okay, so they can see you in Kentucky March 1st?
March 1st.
Okay, and that's at the Kentucky Opry?
Kentucky Opry, and then March 29th in Crossville at the Palace Theater. And you can order both tickets for those shows online.
Okay, and how do they do that? Like, what's the best way to find you and the shows?
Best way is go to our website, Strait Country Tribute.
Okay, straightcountrytribute.com?
Yes.
Okay.
All the shows are there, and there's a bunch of concert pics and show pics, and people can sign up and register on the website so they get notifications of where we're going to be playing at.
Oh, nice.
Stuff. It's a pretty high-tech website.
Very cool. Straightcountry.com, guys. That's where you can find him. So what's the first song that you want to do for our listeners and our viewers?
Well, let's play a little bit of this song. This is a song off the new CD, Cowboys and Dreamers. If you haven't ran out to Walmart or online and downloaded it off George Strait's show.
Okay.
Let's see if I can stay this close to that disc and I hit it.
Okay.
I'll give you a little bit of it. There's a book in my saddle, written words for me to read, about a man that was a stranger It's written he'll come down riding on a big white stallion with a band of angels out on his trail. And he ain't looking for no desperados, no. Just a few cowboys to save from a burning hell. I believe what Jesus told me, that if you ask, you shall receive. And I want to ride with that band of angels, yes I do, when the good Lord says it's time for me to leave. And it's written he'll come down riding on a big white stallion with a band of angels out on his trail. And he ain't looking for no desperados, no. Just a few cowboys to save from a burning hell.
Awesome. Very cool. And that song, is that the book? Is that what that's called?
It's called The Book.
The book. Awesome.
It's a great CD. If you're a big George Strait fan, you need to download that CD and get your copy.
Excellent. All right. All right.
And play it at WSGI Radio.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think we are going to hear some stuff we need to add to our playlist here. And for those of you that don't know, here we go. Here's the new sticker. Matter of fact, make sure you take one of these with you, Mr. Decker. This is our brand new sticker, WSGI 1100. Isn't that cool?
I like it.
Yes. Terry Morris created this for us. And starting actually January 1st of 2024 is when we went to Good Old Gospel. We used to play a big mixture, and then we say, there's just so much that's...
Oh, I agree. I like the old time gospel songs. We do, for years in church, I've always played Willie's Family Bible.
Mm-hmm.
Great song, and play a alternative, different version of Amazing Grace that moves people. And when you can move people in the right direction, that's something special.
Amazing Grace is my husband Stephen's favorite song to play on the guitar. I will tell you that.
Does he play it like this?
Well, here we're going to hear a version right now.
Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. I once was lost, but now I'm found. I was blind, but now I see. And we've been there 10,000 years, bright shining as the sea. We've no less days to sing God's praise than when we first begun. Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. I once was lost, but now I'm found. I was blind, but now I see.
Awesome. Very cool. Wow. I love it.
I walked into a club one night to book a gig, and this was a gentleman's last song, and I heard it played that way, and I'm like, I don't think I can ever play it the other way again. It has so much soul and depth
Definitely.
to touch people.
I love it. All right. Well, we are going to take a commercial break right now and thank one of our sponsors. So let's go ahead and hear one of those.
At the UPS Store, we have everything to help small business owners be unstoppable. So if you need printing, we'll be the printing store.
I need help printing brochures. My at-home printer became self-aware.
Of course, the UPS Store can print... Wait, you said self-aware?
Yeah, one day it was saying it was low on ink, and the next it was saying it wanted to rule the world.
Weird. Well, whatever you need, we've got you covered.
The UPS Store can help small business owners be unstoppable with our printing services. The UPS Store. Be unstoppable. The UPS Store locations are independently owned. Product, services, pricing, and hours may vary. See Center for details.
It's a new year. Time to book an appointment at DK Styles and Tanning. They offer haircuts for everyone: styling, color, perms, waxing, spray tan, and tanning beds. DK Styles is a big supporter of our military and first responders, offering them haircuts for only $20. DK Styles is conveniently located at 3538 Tom Austin Highway in Springfield. Open Monday through Friday, 9 to 7, and Saturdays, 8 to 3. Book an appointment online, mysalononline.com, or call 615-384-8999.
Join me, Lee Marie.
All right. So those are two of our favorite sponsors there. UPS, you know UPS right there on Memorial Boulevard. And then, of course, DK Styles is on Tom Austin, not too far from Lowe's. And they do a fantastic job over there. So give them a call. Tell them you heard about it on The Go Show. All right. So we want to clarify that website, right? Go ahead.
That's correct. It's straightcountrytribute.com.
straightcountrytribute.com.
There's a lot of great pictures on there and a lot of information about where we're going to be at.
Nice.
And, listeners across the country are probably tuning in, and they'll be able to find us.
Yes, awesome. So one more time on the website.
straightcountrytribute.com.
Okay, straightcountrytribute.com. I'm going to pull that up right now. So, okay, what's the next song?
Oh, I was sitting here thinking, and my wife, last night, she goes, "You decided what song you're going to play?" I said, "No, I'll just get a guitar and play."
Yep.
Let's see if I can pull this out of the head here. Telephone. Getting right. No wonder I don't need that cape on this song.
And don't forget, guys, this is The Go Show, and I will be going over calendar items as well. So make sure that you have your pen and paper handy, because I will be giving you some stuff that you're not going to want to miss, especially with Valentine's Day coming up. All right.
Let's play a little bit of this. There's just a hint of indecision. I messed that up.
No, that's okay. Hey, it's early.
That's all right. It is.
I know it's really early, especially for musicians.
She said she's had enough of me. I've had enough of her too. I might as well go on and set her free. She's already turned me loose. No fault, no blame, nobody's done no wrong. Just the way it sometimes goes. Sometimes two people just don't get along. And it's time to hit the road goodbye. Farewell, so long. Vaya con Dios, good luck. Wish you well, take it slow. Easy come, girl, easy go. What a great song.
Yes.
Number one.
Awesome. Yes.
They're all number one. What am I kidding myself? I was thinking of this song that I wanted to play for you, though.
I would love to see you play at one of the Friday night markets in Springfield. So, Mayor Buzzy Pool, if you're listening, make it happen.
I'd like for us to be on that 4th of July show.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
We've got some big shows planned out this year, and our schedule right now, off the top of my head, April the 5th, we're in, where are we at April the 5th?
Bringing up your calendar real quick.
Yeah.
Let me see if I can find it. April 5th, Swanee in
Swanee Theater in
North Carolina.
Canopolis, North Carolina. April the 26th, we're at Legends, J.D. Legends in Franklin, Ohio. May the 24th, we're in Georgia, Toccoa, Georgia, at the Ritz Theater. We have San Diego, the California State Fair in June. We're in Hodgenville, Kentucky, at the Lincoln Jamboree. No, that's probably the other closest show we're in town. Great people. You know, that Jamboree's been going on for 75 years. And they have so much country music history there, and all the famous people that have played there. My guitar player who spent 16 years, Vern Gosden, we're up there first time we're there and walked by, and there's a Billy Walker jumpsuit from the 70 disco days. And he goes, I remember that suit. I hated him.
Oh, my goodness.
And, you know, that's just a 2-hour run up to Elizabethtown, and wonderful people. And they have a diner there, and a great little place to go hear country music. And they're there every single weekend. There's the guitar player there that plays in the house band. Has been there since 1959.
No.
He started when he was 17 years old.
Goodness.
And it's another great venue. So we're booking shows.
So that one's at the Lincoln Jamboree. Is that an all-day type of festival? Or?
No, it's just a
nighttime. Okay.
6 o'clock to 9:30 type show.
So that one's going to be Saturday, August 9th.
Correct.
Okay.
Great people there and stuff. I'll give you a little bit of this song.
Right.
Glenda goes, certainly you'll play this. I'll play a little bit of it. This is George's favorite song.
Oh, okay.
Written by Terry Stafford. Amarillo by morning, up from San Antonio, and everything that I've got is just what I've got on. I ain't got a dime, but what I got is mine. I ain't rich, but Lord, I'm free. Amarillo by morning, Amarillo's where I'll be. They took my saddle in Houston, broke my leg in Santa Fe. Lost my wife and a girlfriend somewhere along the way. And I'll be looking for 8 when they pull that gate. I hope that judge ain't blind. Amarillo by morning, Amarillo's on my mind.
Very cool. And you said that was George Strait's favorite song.
That's his
to play?
favorite song.
Okay.
You know, I find out as we travel, I always ask everyone what's their favorite song to make sure we have it in their song list. And, of course, we do a lot of songs. I feel like you owe it to the George fans. We do anywhere from 26 to 32 songs, and which is a lot to remember. I practice a whole lot. But I just feel like you owe it to them that you might, out of those 26 to 32 songs, you might sing their favorite song. And we mix it up and add different songs because there's so many to choose from. My bass player used to play for Daryl Worley. He just left him earlier this year, and was with him 11 years. And I said, Steve, how many does Daryl do? Because he said, Howard, you do a lot of songs. I said, you know, so Daryl does 17, and then he talks for an hour and a half, preaches an hour and a half. And he goes, man, that's a lot of songs. I said, yeah, but I just feel like you owe it to them. They're coming to see George Strait. And, you know, you're going to have your crowd favorites like All My Exes and Amarillo, all the women's favorite, Cross My Heart, the guy's favorite, Troubadour or Amarillo. And, of course, you probably know what song he ends every show with. Do you know? Think about it.
I'm sure, Linda, do you know? She's on a delay, so she won't hear, but...
Yeah. Well, here's a little bit of that song.
Okay.
Because what does the cowboy do? I knew the stakes were high right from the start. When she dealt the cards, I dealt my heart. I just found a game that I can't play. This is where the cowboy rides away. And my heart is sinking like a setting sun, setting on the things I wish I'd done. Now it's time to say goodbye to yesterday. This is where the cowboy rides away. Cowboy rides away.
Awesome. Very cool. All right. Y'all are listening to Howard Decker, and obviously you can tell what he does. He does George Strait tribute shows, and this is his first appearance on WSGI. Hopefully, it's certainly not the last. I know because Laverne on her way out said, book him for my show too. So, so that'll be great. But anyways, we're going to go ahead and hear from another one of our sponsors here.
The Dunn family would like to thank everyone who participated in the tour of Coldstream Christian Camp during Experience Robertson County. Coldstream Christian Camp is now taking reservations. Ministry workers, men's and women's groups, small churches, and families will enjoy rest, retreat, and grow in the grace and knowledge of our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. Coldstream Christian Camp, partnering with families and churches since 1980. For more information, visit coldstreamchristiancamp.org or call 615-696-2208. 615-696-2208. And tell them.
Join me, Lee Marie, every Wednesday morning, 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. on WSGI for The Go Show, your source for information, inspiration, and always some dates to add to your calendar. And every first Friday, we try to stump the wild doc. So keep sending in those puzzling health questions. You can email them to retroleemarie@gmail.com. Again, that's retroleemarie@gmail.com.
The Dunn family.
We are back in studio with Howard Decker. And how many more songs did you want to do, just so I can gauge it?
Let's throw this one out there.
Okay, all right.
And stuff. This is a song for all the cowboys out here in Springfield.
All right, we do have them. We have an awesome rodeo, too.
You do. I grew up about a half mile from the world-famous Mesquite Championship Rodeo.
Really?
Out in Mesquite, Texas, and the McIlvains and all those guys, you know. We have the 7-time World Bull Riding Champion, 5-time Saddle Bronc Champion there at Mesquite Rodeo, and so grew up around it all my life.
Okay, so you did grow up in Texas.
Grew up in Texas.
Wow.
Once a Texan, always a Texan. I live here, and I love to do stuff that supports the town of Springfield because that's where my wife is from.
Oh, okay.
I'm as diehard Texan as the
Right.
next guy. But here's the cowboy song. We'll play a little bit of this. The telephone rang about 8:45. She heard his voice on the other end of the line. She wondered what was wrong this time. She never knew what that call might bring. With a cowboy like him, it could be anything. She always expected the worst in the back of her mind. What a great song.
Oh, yeah. Wow, so many. I really wish you were doing a show like next week.
Well, we're what, today's the 5th, so we play March 1st. It's 26 days.
All right, so we only have to wait about a month.
Here's a little bit of this. My favorite George song to sing. When did you stop loving me? How long have I been a memory? I've got to know for my own sanity. Tell me, when did you stop loving me? What a great song. Great song. We have, we played, I think this year's show, we're going to have Heartland in it. The second song is going to be Let Me Be Your Mailman and I'll Always Come Through. A little overnight mail. And then I know she loves me. I don't think she likes me anymore. Then
What was Linda's favorite song? Do you remember? She's on
I
delay,
don't
but
think she could
might
pick-
tell. She
pick
couldn't pick one.
She couldn't pick
All right,
one.
she is a big George
I
Strait
think
fan.
y'all
so-
know she likes.
All my exes.
Yeah, all
All
my
right.
exes.
Well, there you go.
That's in there, and then you have write this down. Check yes or no. I should have played you some check yes or no, and of course the number one request is song. A lot of people, when you think about it, if you've ever gone out to a club and stuff, and I saw it on a Google poll, I knew it from 25 years of playing music. But the number one requested song is the chair.
Oh.
And we do right or wrong, and of course, you've got to have that ace in the hole. Just there's so many great songs. We do. If you got a Cadillac, boy, and a 40-room shack, boy, a bucket full of money, and a tree full of honey. But if you're getting no hugging, no smooching or a mugging, if you ain't loving, then you ain't living. What a great song. That's an old Farron Young song that George redid. Changed it around and was a big hit for him. Stranger Things Have Happened to Me, a little obscure George song. Of course, Troubadour, Cowboy Rides Away. I love the slower songs where you can reach and grab that. Which I'll give you just a little bit of this. At a table for two, candlelight and wine. That diamond burning holes in his pocket, thinking now's the perfect time. And when he popped the question, he could see the teardrops in her eyes. She said, I knew this was coming, and I'm sorry, but I hope you realize you can't make a heart love somebody. You can tell it what to do, but it won't listen at all. You can't make a heart love somebody. You can lead a heart to love, but you can't make it fall. What a great song. Great song.
So when did you start playing and singing? Like, what is your history there? What was your inspiration?
Grew up watching my dad play. I always wanted to be the guitar player like my dad, but obviously I'm not. He was a very talented player, was left-handed, but they only had one guitar in the house, so he had to learn to play right-handed. So I thought it was such advantage. He got to chord with his natural hand. And my grandfather was a fiddle player. I'd never met him. He passed before I was born, and my 4 older aunts all played. And
Wow.
grew up with a guy named Leon Payne. Leon was a famous songwriter. Leon wrote Lost Highway, Hank Williams, and wrote I Love You Because. A lot of great songs. Died young, 54. But my dad, I always wanted him to get his guitar out and play. He'd play Johnny Cash and Buck Owens for me. And my mom took me to see Cash when I was 6 years old at Panther
my
Hall in
goodness.
Fort Worth.
Isn't that awesome?
So grew up a big Johnny Cash fan, and of course Buck fan. You know, one amazing things about Buck, a lot of people know Buck from Bakersfield, but they don't realize that he was a Texan also. He was born in Sherman, Texas. Lived there till first grade before they moved to Arizona, and that's where he met Bonnie.
Wow.
Went to high school with Bonnie. And so Mom, for my 16th birthday, she got me Ricky Nelson's greatest hits and Chuck Berry's greatest hits. So both were influences, but I always wanted to be a guitar player like my dad, and started playing the early rock and roll bands back when I was a teenager. But I always played guitar, was trying to write songs. And in the late 90s, I started playing a lot, playing out. I'd moved to South Florida, and was doing a lot of shows, and did a show with Johnny Paycheck, bless his heart. Should be in the Country Music Hall of Fame. It's a shame Paycheck's not in the Hall of Fame. Yes, he did shoot somebody, but he didn't kill him. He just winged him. He did his time. But, when you realize he sang backup on all the Ray Price songs and played on them, all the big hit songs, played for Jones, played for Buck, wrote Apartment Number 9, Tammy Wynette, and all the great songs he wrote that he did himself. That's a shame. And his drummer said, "Why aren't you in Nashville?" And I decided to go pursue the career and moved here in 97 to this booming metropolitan. I had a cousin from Oklahoma that used to live here. And so I've been out on the road, doing shows for 25 years, and walked into a wedding 3 years ago. My wife said, "I think that's Jason Aldean." And I said, "No, that's that look-alike that our friend who's getting married plays for, Josh Miller." And Greg said, "Why aren't you doing him? You look just like him." I said, "I've always done my own thing." He said, "Well, if you're ever interested, let me know." So I called him. I went to Georgia the first time, sat in, sang 3 songs. The owner wanted to book me on the spot.
Oh, wow.
I told her I'm just starting. And then went to Ohio with him, up to Canton, and walked out. And Greg had said, he started Check Yes or No. He goes, "I don't know the song, but I've got somebody that does." And I come walking down. They all think I'm him. And here they come. And so we spent 2.5 years putting it together. We had our first year this year. We did 13 shows out on the road. We went to Kansas City and saw him. One of my good friends, Margaret Kennedy, her late husband, everybody knows Mike was his drummer, passed away in the car wreck in Cookeville 6 years ago. Yeah, she got a job promotion that day. Called him and he didn't answer. Makes you realize how precious life is, and to have your heart in the right place with the man up above.
Amen.
Changed her life overnight. And but she called and got us tickets. Probably 500 people came down the aisle for pictures. First trip to the bathroom, about 15 people stopped me because I wore the hat. This second trip, this lady stops me, and I turn around. And I have a horde of women on top of me, and they think I'm him. There's a little bitty female cop. She can't get them off. And the SWAT team was standing over on the side, and they came over and pulled me to a safe zone area. It was pretty scary.
Oh, my goodness.
So I don't go downtown Nashville Friday or Saturday nights with the hat on. You just can't take. All it takes is one person to say, "There's George."
Right.
And it was pretty scary when we the look on my wife's face when we got those 5 SWAT guys in Army fatigues back to the seat was priceless. And then we got ready to leave. She said, "Take the blank hat off. I've had enough today."
Oh, goodness.
We went the day it rained a year and a half ago, and we took Margaret, and Margaret called the bus driver, Alan, his bus driver, and Alan picked us up after we got mobbed at the gate entrance. And we got to go to the pre-show party and met Ronnie Huckabee, his keyboard player, and him and I have some mutual friends in Houston. And then met Bobby, the guy that took Mike's place. Mike was there 30 years. And the funny part is the sound engineer was sitting outside the door, and they had to leave because they knew the rain was coming, shortening their set list. And we went upstairs and saw a lady. She goes, "Oh, my brother met you downstairs. He's a sound engineer. He called me, told me after 7 years, he finally got to meet George today."
Oh.
And she goes, "That wasn't George." And we went down on the floor, and there's a big security guy said, "I'm glad you're here." And because within 5 minutes, everybody was over wanting pictures. And then he took me to get water, and everybody had their cameras out. On my website, there's a picture of me walking through the crowd and everybody with their cameras out. And then after the 3rd time, the head security guy threatened to kick us out of the stadium because people wouldn't quit coming.
Wow.
And then it rained. The irony of it part, we always talk about what a small world it is. 80,000 people there that day, and the lady couple sitting in front of us are from Dallas, and her best friend's mom. I went from grade school to high school in Dallas.
Oh, are you kidding?
Out of 80,000 people. But Alan texted Margaret the next morning and said, "I'm sorry about the rain. I was going to get you on the bus. We'll meet somewhere down the road." George is a good guy. He's a very quiet guy. A lot of people don't know the guy's got a big heart. So that'll happen sometime. People always ask what we say to him. So it's always good to meet a fellow Texan. Once a Texan, always a Texan. We're a lot alike. He's 7 years older than me, but of course we're both Haggard fans and Bob Wills fans. And it's just a Texas thing, the way you're brought up and stuff, and that cowboy way of life. be a man of your word.
Mm-hmm.
And he's certainly that. He's a very private guy, and I tell people all the time who don't. It's hard to believe somebody would not know George Strait, but I said, he's the most private music artist in the world. He's the last one that wants to be in the spotlight. Wants to fly out, get on the bus, do the show, go back, ride his horse, and be granddad. And there's a lot to be said for that. You won't see him on the all the different award shows or in the spotlight. He doesn't care for that. He's happy being a cowboy, riding his horse.
Well, that's great that you know so much, about him. And your ages aren't that far apart, so I can imagine why so many people do think.
Yeah, we're pretty close. I tell people all the time, I've seen his brother. I look more like him than brothers. Maybe there's some Texas DNA in there. I don't know. But it's not bad being George, and you get to go sing the greatest country music songs in the world and pay tribute to the guy who's the man.
Yeah.
I'm sure you're aware of he set the all-time outdoor attendance record this year. He broke some artist named Taylor Swift's outdoor attendance record.
Nice.
At Cal Field, 110,905 people.
Wow.
Not bad for a bunch of 72-year-olds just walk out in cowboy jeans and shirts and hats and play for a couple hours.
That's awesome. I love that.
And actually, George does 32 songs, 36 songs. I do 28, 32, an hour and a half.
Oh, okay.
So we give him a lot of George.
Very cool.
Put smiles on people's faces. That's what, I tell people all the time, life's never what you can do for yourself. It's what you can do for somebody else. So when you have the opportunity to reach out and touch somebody, and God gave me this ability and to reach out and put smiles on people's faces. So it's not a bad deal. So I jokingly tell people I have a twin cousin. We were born the same day, same year. And our parents, we're third cousins. Our parents have the same numerical date as us. I've gotten 4 out of 6 in the lottery. I went to a perfect game set behind home plate on my birthday.
Wow.
And George and I look alike. It's not a bad life. It's, life is good. And if you're doing life what you love, then life is really good.
Definitely.
Stuff. So.
Awesome. Very cool. All right, guys. So this is Howard Decker, and you can easily get a hold of him. He does have a Facebook page as well.
Correct.
As a website. And the website, of course, is straightcountrytribute.com. And I was looking, and boy, yeah, you do have a lot of great photos up there. And I could see how, there's the one with all the people with their cameras.
I like that shirt you have on today.
Yes. So you want to talk about this?
That's one of our merchandise shirts, Straight Country Tribute shirt that we sell out on the road. And I knew it would look really good on you.
Well, thank you for bringing it for me today. I'm glad I had time to put it on.
I did cheat. I did call our connection and say, what size shirt does she wear?
Very smart. Yeah, sometimes they get them really, Anyways, all right. So we have about 15 minutes left, and I do have to go over my calendar items for the Go Show. So it is, it's up to you if you want to hang out.
Oh, I'll hang out.
Okay, and then you can do a song towards the end to kind of finale. So think about what song you might want to do at the very end. And in the meantime, I'm going to go over some calendar items. This might actually be good for you because since you are local, you might want to take your bride. I don't know if you're busy this Saturday, but there is a really cool couples night happening at Fluellen Baptist Church. You don't have to be a member of anywhere to attend. This is for all dating, engaged, and married couples. And this is called Couples Night. And they really would like the tickets to be purchased by this Wednesday. So that is today. So make sure you do that. Anyways, the price, first off, you cannot beat the price. It is $20 a couple. I was expecting to be $20 a person because that does include dinner and also free raffle tickets and different fun things. And there's going to be a live band, and it's just going to be a great date night. And so Fluellen Baptist is over at 7054 Fluellen Road in Springfield. But I will say it's a Springfield address, but it's in the Fluellen area. So I know you're all familiar with Fluellen, or AKA 257. So that is where, yes, near Coopertown. Yeah, see, you know the area. Excellent. A lot of these things I went and I posted on the Lee Marie Facebook page. And so my profile picture is just a white circle that says rule number 1, put God at the center of everything. And so that's how you can find my Facebook page. And every Tuesday night or early Wednesday morning, I go and I share on my page a whole bunch of things that are coming up around us. And so right now you can see some videos that I was taking of you, but after you scroll past those, you will then find, so Ronnie Hinson is doing a night of worship this Friday night, and that is going to be at 1033 Bradley Drive, and that is a free event. They will be taking a love offering, but I heard that he was the organizer of the original Hinsons, and so that is going to be a really great night of gospel music. I'm just going to go right down the list. There's a special Valentine's dinner over in Ashland City on Valentine's Day, Friday, February 14th, 6:30 p.m. Tickets are $25 a person on that. Make sure you go and make sure that they're not sold out, because I imagine they might be. Brian Free and Assurance in concert, Thursday, February 27th, 7 p.m. at Ebenezer Baptist, 6028 Ebenezer Road. You know, they have a lot of great gospel groups that are coming to Ebenezer now. Oh, right. Here is one of my favorite things right here. Crazy Love Dinner Show. I don't know. Have you ever been out to Fiddledy Farms yet? No? Okay.
Is that located out in Jolton?
No, it's kind of like, it's like Greenbrier, White House,
Oh, okay.
out that way. Anyways, every year they do a Christmas show called We Need a Lot of Christmas. And every year that they've had it, my family and friends go. And we've loved it because it's quality. It's, singing, dancing, and a meal. And it's, just like the shows that you see in Pigeon Forge. I mean, just really great, just tight. And up until this time, they've only had Christmas shows. Well, they are doing one for Valentine's month. And so I know I got a group going. And if you want to join our table, just let me know, because it's not all couples that is going. There's just as many singles going. Anyways, you can find it at Crazy Love Dinner Show. And guess what, guys? If you mention WSGI for the coupon code, put WSGI, you get $5 off per ticket. So I highly recommend them. And it is at crazylovedinnershow.com. Opening weekend is this weekend. So it's 7th and 8th. And then it goes until March 1st. So there is one day. All the shows are nighttime except for Saturday, February 15th. They do have a matinee where you eat at like 12:15, and then the show is at 1. And you got to go. I was raised going to every musical I could. I absolutely love musicals, and so I will never miss a Fiddledy Farms show. And I hope y'all won't either. Do you like musicals? Did you see some growing up?
Anything to do with music, because I love to see talent. That's what it's all about.
Great. And I'm working right now to bring more things to Springfield, actually, that are more family friendly, because that's one of the things that a lot of the parents say is we need more things. We don't have a theater. We don't.
Well, that's what I was going to mention this. That's why I'm excited about our new mayor, because that's a major concern
Right.
for Buzzy, bringing things in for the kids. Because there is no theater. There's not a skating rink. There's not a bowling alley anymore. What are the kids doing? Playing on their iPads. But we need things for the children in our community. And so he's working very hard trying to bring businesses into this town.
And we'll
I'm
have
very
to talk
proud of
after
him.
the show, because I got some projects coming that I have to tell you about now that I know how fantastic you are. So thank you, Mrs. Lassiter, for introducing me to Howard Decker. Okay, back to just a couple more calendar items on my Facebook page. So the next one that you will see is the Couples Date Night at Fluellen. And this is this Saturday. It starts at 5 p.m. And they do have childcare. I believe it's $10 a kid, up to not after a certain amount of kids, they don't charge anymore. But it's like a fundraiser for, I think, the other people that are doing that. Thank you, Miss Linda. So anyways, 5 p.m. is a couples night over at Fluellen. So scrolling back down my Facebook page, you will find a whole bunch of course. Tomorrow morning at 11 a.m., you can come and line dance with me, because I'm right there in the square, right next to Crossroads Christian Bookstore. And it's Heart Month, guys. It also means take care of your heart. And one of the best ways to do that is move. And, move it or lose it, right? So you can come out and line dance with me. It's only $10. And we do all the fun songs, and we might have to add a George Strait song in now that I'm all inspired. Anyways, there's a bluegrass jam class coming. There's oh my gosh, there's some great bird seminars about how to attract birds to hang out in your backyard and stuff like that. There's a ton. There's a women's gathering. Okay, Coffee with a Cop. So Coffee with a Cop is going on right now. So if you are driving around, go ahead, drive on over to Deja Mu in Springfield. They'll probably be there till about 9:15. And that is a great way to just tell our officers how much you appreciate them. And of course, this Sunday is the Super Bowl. Epiphany Baptist Church is doing a Super Bowl watch party. So you can go over and see them. They're at 211 First Avenue in Springfield. And hey, I want to say a very happy birthday to my dear friend Paul Jones, who is celebrating his birthday this week. We love you, Paul, and thank you so much for being such a wonderful WSGI listener. He listens to all of Lorena's show and all of my shows, and I love all the feedback that he gives us. So thank you, Paul. And if you know Paul, make sure you call him this week and say happy birthday week. All right, I'm going to do our last commercial breaks, and then we'll come back and we'll hear one more song from Howard Decker, who is our special George Strait tribute artist that you can actually book for your next event. Oh, how much fun would that be? All right, let's go ahead and hear from Ridgetop Mower.
Now is the time to clean out that shed or garage. Ridgetop Mower offers free equipment removal, service and repair of mowers and small engines. And now, service on kerosene heaters, wick replacement, and service for all torpedo blowers. Same-day service on most repairs. Pickup and delivery available. Ridgetop Mower open 8 to 5 Monday through Friday and 8 to noon on Saturday. Call Gary at Ridgetop Mower 615-855-0044 and tell him Lee Marie sent you. Happy
Nothing can compare to the down-home customer service that you receive from a small-town, family-run drugstore like Southside Drug Company. Stop in and talk with the friendly staff. They've been specializing in hometown customer service for over 100 years. Store hours are Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 6 p.m., and Saturday, 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. For more information, visit SouthsideDrugCo.com. Be sure to tell them Lee Marie sent you. Nothing.
All right, we are almost out of time here. We have Howard Decker, and I think we have time for one more song. Yeah?
I got a little something.
All right, excellent. And don't forget, you can go to the, let me see here. I do have it right in my browser here. StraightCountryTribute.com. Spelled just like George Strait. StraightCountryTribute.com is his website. So if you want to book him for your next event, there you go. All right.
Started way back in 3rd grade. I used to sit beside Emmylou Hayes, pink dress, matching bow, and her ponytail. She kissed me on the school bus, told me not to tell. Yesterday I chased around the playground, crossed the monkey bars with the merry-go-round. And Emmylou got caught passing me a note. Before the teacher took it, what she wrote. Do you love me? Do you want to be my friend? And if you do, then honey, don't be afraid to take me by the hand. If you want to, I think this is how love goes. Check yes or no. Last night I took her out in a white limousine. 20 years together, she still gets to me. Can't believe it's been that long ago when we got started with just a little note. Do you love me? Do you want to be my friend? And if you do, then honey, don't be afraid to take me by the hand. If you want to, I think this is how love goes. Check yes or no. Do you love me?
sure that's some people's favorite song too. Yeah.
It's a crowd favorite.
Awesome. Very cool. Well, this has been Howard Decker here, and we've really enjoyed that. Also, I just want to remind you guys that Coldstream summer camps are, here you go. Here is the 2025 dates. They're already up, so you can go to their website, coldstreamchristiancamp.org. Also, if your church is looking to have a camp coming up, the dates are filling up fast. So there are still some times left, but you need to get a hold of them right away. The library has a patron satisfaction survey. You're going to want to get out over there to Stokes Brown Public Library, fill that out so that they know what you need to see more of, less of, or what they're doing good. And then I want you to put something on your calendar. I'm on the Orange Heart Medal Foundation board, and Vietnam Veterans Day is fast approaching, okay? That is March 28th and March 29th. We are having celebrations. So we're going to have an evening vigil on the 28th, which is a Friday night. And then on March 29th, that is going to be the actual full ceremony in the daytime around noon. And that is where our beautiful Vietnam veterans tribute wall is. So if you have not seen that, please go out there. You can look at the website at orangeheartmedal.org. If you have family members who served in Vietnam, even if they weren't exposed or considered exposed to Agent Orange, they can still be on this wall. They can still get an Orange Heart medal. So please support this and get this on your calendar. So March 28th at night is the vigil. March 29th is the day. And I know it's a little bit far off, but I just don't want to see other people booking other, events on those days. So I'm giving you some heads up there. But anyways, you can always reach out to me. My email is retroleemarie@gmail.com. Again, that's retroleemarie@gmail.com. If your church or something has an event, a family-friendly event that you would like to be considered to be talked about on the Go Show, you can always send that to me. Of course, you all know that I'm also over at the Well in the Square, 600 South Main, right next to Crossroads, and I will be there tomorrow at 11 a.m. doing some line dancing. Do you like to do line dancing?
I like to hold a girl when I dance.
Okay, all right. Well,
One
I do.
particular.
Okay, all right. So, and hey, that's a great segue because I wanted to tell you I do have gift certificates available for couples dance lessons. So, guys, if you want to get some husband points or some boyfriend points there, you know what? All the ladies love to dance.
Love to dance. Love the 2-step, 3-step.
There you go.
Twirl that pretty girl.
There you go. Awesome. And you want to do a shout out to your beautiful wife.
That's true. I couldn't live life without her. Glenda is the apple of my eye.
Oh, no.
She's an awful sweet person. And also mention we have a wonderful granddaughter.
Oh, and what is her name?
Her name is Marley Joe.
Oh.
It's named after Bob Marley and her great-grandmother.
Oh.
And she's 7, and I'll tell this quick story. So we're sitting around the house one day, and she's probably 5, and she looked over and said, "Alexa, play Howard Decker."
Oh.
And then she looks at me and says, "Grandpa, will you dance with me?" And I went,
oh, that is so
"Oh,
sweet.
they melt your heart. Melt your heart. They're so sweet." But she's our one and only, and she's a sweetie. We get to pick her up every day and spend an hour and a half with her.
Oh, very cool.
It makes our world.
Oh, awesome. Very cool. All right. So one more time, you guys, to get a hold of him, go to straightcountrytribute.com.
That is correct.
And you definitely want to get some of these Kentucky dates on your calendar. And who knows, maybe there will be some cool Springfield dates coming up soon. That would be awesome.
We'd love to play in Springfield and bring our show to town.
Very cool. All right, guys. Well, today is Wednesday. You know what that means? There are a whole bunch of great midweek studies going on. We have so many fabulous churches in Robertson County. I don't know how y'all pick like just one. I have 3. But anyways, get out. If you're not a part of a church family, I just want to encourage you. Also, I want to encourage you to double down on those New Year's resolutions, guys. Okay, there's some people that are quitters out there. You're not a quitter. You're more than a conqueror, and God tells you that. So get back on. If you have fallen off your New Year's resolutions, get back on. All right, it's a new month, and double down. Let's make it a great year, 2025.
Hard to believe, isn't it?
I know. All right, y'all. I am going to sign off now, and I'm going to play right after my show, John the Baptist. That is by Danny Crabtree. He is a singer-songwriter and worship leader over at Lights Chapel in Greenbrier, and he's a fabulous songwriter. I hope you guys will all check him out. But anyways, I'm going to be playing that right after I sign off. Anyways, you have been listening to 1100 WSGI. This has been Lee Marie with The Go Show and Howard Decker doing all these fabulous George Strait songs. I hope you guys will check them out. Thank you, Howard, so much for joining us. I really appreciate it.
Thank you, Lee Marie, for having me here. I really appreciate it, too.
All right. We'll see you guys all. You've been listening to 1100 WSGI.